Execution requires a roadmap, which brings us to the mobile marketing plan. A successful plan must promote a mobile-first strategy, covering everything from web and social to apps and texting. As shown in Exhibit 9.2, a standard plan follows a 9-step structure. It starts with the basics, a cover page and executive summary. Section 1 establishes your digital value proposition, an STP, which stands for segmentation, targeting, and positioning. From there, you define your specific mobile objectives in Section 2, followed by your strategies and tactics in Section 3. Crucially, Section 4 addresses the legal and ethical side, privacy and security, while Section 5 focuses on analytics to measure success. References and an appendix round out the document, ensuring every decision is backed by data.
Targeting in the mobile world is far more granular than in traditional media. Because of the data available, organizations can target consumers based on a variety of highly specific factors. First, we consider the hardware. What device is the consumer using? Their operating system and screen size can dictate how they interact with content. Beyond that, we look at their behaviors, how they engage with apps, and what their purchasing habits look like. We can also target based on preferred language and standard demographics. However, one of the most powerful tools in our arsenal is location-based targeting, which allows us to reach consumers based on where they are physically standing in the real world.
Building on that idea of location, let's discuss geofencing. This is a best practice where marketers set a virtual boundary or fence around a specific geographic area, like a retail store or a stadium. When a user enters this area, selected content becomes available only to them. Using this boundary, we implement a geo-targeting strategy through 3 common channels. First, location-based push notifications can send a welcome message or a coupon as a user walks through the door. Second, we can serve location-based mobile ads that appear in other apps while the user is nearby. Finally, there is geotexting, which sends direct SMS messages based on location. These tactics ensure that the marketing message is not just relevant to the person, but relevant to their current environment.
Continuing our discussion of location-based mobile marketing, this slide shows how brands can use location data competitively. Burger King's 1-cent Whopper promotion is a strong example. Consumers who had downloaded the Burger King app and came near a McDonald's location received an offer to buy a Whopper for just 1 cent. The app then directed them to the nearest Burger King restaurant. This tactic worked because it combined timing, location, and competitive positioning. Burger King reached customers when they were physically close to a competitor and gave them a reason to switch destinations. The campaign shows how mobile marketing can move beyond simple awareness and directly influence consumer behavior in real time. After looking at location-based tactics, we now move into mobile app development strategies. A key decision for marketers is whether to build a mobile app in-house or use an external service. This decision usually depends on the organization's budget, internal technical skills, and long-term goals. Some businesses may use app-building platforms that do not require deep coding knowledge. Others may hire outside developers, especially when the app needs advanced features or a customized user experience. In either case, marketers must stay closely involved in the process. The most important questions are: who is the target market? What will the app be used for? How often will people use it? And what does the organization expect the app to accomplish? Once an app has been developed, the next challenge is promotion. Simply launching an app in an app store does not guarantee that consumers will find it, download it, or use it. Marketers must promote the app through both organic and paid strategies. Organic tactics may include videos, blog posts, mobile-optimized content, and messages that explain the app's benefits. Paid tactics may include Apple search ads, Google app campaigns, or other mobile app advertising. Marketers can also use retargeting to reach people who showed interest but did not install the app. A key metric here is target cost per install, or TCPI. This helps marketers manage how much they are willing to spend to gain each new app user.
Building on app promotion, this slide introduces playable ads. Playable ads allow consumers to interact with a sample experience before deciding whether to install an app. This is especially common for mobile games, where users can test the gameplay before downloading. The example shown here uses a tap to try call to action. This gives consumers a low-risk way to experience the app. Instead of only watching a video or reading a description, they get a small preview of the value the app provides. Playable ads can be effective because they create engagement before conversion. When users understand the app experience up front, they may be more likely to install it and continue using it afterward. After promotion, marketers also need to understand the role of app stores. The two major app stores are the Apple App Store and Google Play. These platforms serve as important discovery points where consumers browse, compare, and download apps. The image shows Google Play displaying popular apps across categories. Visibility in these spaces can attract users and encourage downloads. However, being present in the App Store is not enough. Marketers must also think about how the app appears, how it is categorized, and how easily consumers can find it. This is where App Store optimization, or ASO, becomes important. ASO focuses on improving an app's visibility within app stores so that more consumers discover and download it. Now we focus on the App Store page itself. An App Store page works much like a landing page for a website. Its purpose is to persuade consumers that the app is useful, trustworthy, and worth downloading. Several elements contribute to that decision. The app name should be clear and memorable. The icon should be recognizable. The description should explain the app's value. Keywords help the app appear in searches, while screenshots show what users can expect from the experience. A strong App Store page highlights the app's key features and benefits. It should quickly answer the consumer's main question: why should I download this app instead of another one? This slide continues the discussion of App Store pages, using Duolingo as an example. The Duolingo page promotes the app in several ways. First, it includes a quote from a trusted publication, the Wall Street Journal, which adds credibility. Second, it communicates a clear value proposition by telling users they can learn more than 30 languages for free. Third, the page emphasizes popularity by describing Duolingo as one of the most downloaded education apps. These details help reduce uncertainty for potential users. They show that the app is credible, valuable, and widely used. The main takeaway is that an App Store page should not simply describe an app. It should actively persuade consumers to download it. After App Store pages, reviews and ratings become another major influence on downloads. Consumers often rely on ratings as a quick signal of quality. A high rating can make an app feel more trustworthy, while a low rating may discourage downloads. The Airbnb example shows a strong rating and a large number of reviews. This signals that many people have used the app and that the overall experience is positive. The app's page also communicates practical value.
Users can search for stays, compare options, book accommodations, and pay through the app. For marketers, the lesson is clear. Reviews and ratings are not just feedback. They are part of the app's marketing presence and can strongly influence consumer decisions.
This slide expands on reviews by showing why companies must actively respond to customer feedback. The example focuses on ADP Mobile Solutions, a human resources-related app used for payroll and other services. Because these services are important to users, problems with the app can create frustration quickly. When consumers leave negative reviews, organizations should not ignore them. A strong response strategy includes acknowledging the concern, offering help, and explaining whether steps are being taken to fix the issue. This shows both the individual reviewer and future App Store visitors that the company is listening. Responding to reviews can protect the brand's reputation and may improve consumer trust over time. To conclude the discussion of reviews, ratings, and ranking, this slide explains that App Store rankings can also influence downloads. Consumers are more likely to notice apps that appear higher in search results, category lists, or recommendation sections. App Store platforms may use many factors to determine rankings. These can include the app name, keywords, in-app purchases, updates, downloads, installs, engagement, reviews, and usage. This means rankings are shaped by both how the app is presented and how consumers interact with it. The key takeaway is that mobile app marketing does not end after launch. Marketers must continuously manage visibility, reviews, updates, engagement, and user satisfaction to improve the app's performance over time. Continuing from App Store rankings and visibility, one important factor is the mobile app name. The app name can affect whether consumers find the app in App Store search results. If a name is too general, it may get buried among many similar results and fail to stand out. A strong app name should do three things. First, it should not be too broad or generic. Second, it should be easy to pronounce and remember so consumers can recall it later or recommend it to others. Third, it should communicate something about the app's purpose or value. In mobile marketing, the app name is more than a label. It is part of the brand, part of the search strategy, and part of the consumer's first impression. After the app name, the app icon is another major part of first impressions. The mobile app icon is often the face of the app. It represents the organization's brand and helps consumers recognize the app quickly on a crowded phone screen or in an app store. An effective icon should reflect the brand's image and help consumers connect the icon with the organization. It also needs to follow App Store design guidelines and look clear at different sizes. This is important because icons appear in many places, from search results to home screens. A strong icon should also be distinct from competitors and consistent with the organization's overall marketing. The goal is for consumers to recognize, remember, and trust the app before they even open it. This slide continues the discussion of app icons, using Spotify as an example. Spotify's website logo includes the brand name next to a white circle with the familiar sound wave symbol. Its mobile app icon simplifies that design by using the green circle and wave symbol without spelling out the brand name. This works because consumers already recognize the symbol. The app icon does not need to include every element of the full logo. Instead, it uses a simplified visual cue that connects back to the larger brand identity. The key lesson is that consistency matters.
Updating an app icon can be part of a mobile app strategy, but constantly changing it is not recommended because consumers may lose recognition and trust.